Hey y'all, this is Coach Larisha, and I'm back for another episode of Love, Life, and Laughter. Love, Life, and Laughter. I am so glad that you have been journeying along with me over these last few weeks as I've been talking about all things relationship, healing, my personal life, and I'm excited about this particular episode because on today I'm going to talk about who is Larisha. Who is Larisha? Who is Larisha? So I'm grateful that you taking out the time to check in with me and listen to the particular clip. And if you have found me, whether it's on social media, whether it's on YouTube, I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time out to come to this YouTube page. Again, if you have not been familiar with me, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button? Why don't you go ahead and make sure that you get this locked in and stay tuned. We release new episodes every Monday. Every Monday, we're dropping a new episode. But let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So who is Larisha? I'm glad you asked. I have been on this journey called life for 30 plus years now, right? And I know I look a little young. Yes, I'm still young. But I am over 30 years old, and I'm grateful to God that I've been able to make it this far, especially in the midst of this pandemic. We've been through so much. We've been dealing with so much over the years, but God is truly faithful. And today, I really wanted to give you a behind-the-scenes kind of look as to who am I? You know, I'm an author, I'm a poet, a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, however you want to categorize it, a coach. But all in all, I truly believe that I am a child of God. I love the Lord. I've been on this journey, really seeking after the Lord and really having that relationship with Him. I'm going on 9 years, and this year will be 9 years, and it has been the best decision that I have made in my entire life of really choosing to trust the Lord and really establishing a relationship with Him, but also giving my life over to Christ. Before I did that, I was all over the place, you know. As I began to grow older, you know, I really used my education as a way for me to validate where I was and to be able to be comfortable in my own skin, so to speak. So over the years, I found myself really, like I said, using my education. I have all of these degrees, whether I have a bachelor's, a master's, a second master's that I'm working on. But there was something on me on the inside that I just was not happy with myself. And that was because I was carrying around a deep, dark secret. So at the age of 5, I was molested. And for so many years, I carried that around thinking that, oh no, this didn't happen to me. It didn't happen to me. And I went through a period of really self-denial and really suppressed those dreams and those memories of what happened to me. But it really truly started out as a game that went a little too far, right? And I did not know how to process those emotions. Again, you're a little girl, you're not sure what's happening, but it wasn't until I was about 7 or 8 years old when I realized that what happened to me when I was younger was not supposed to happen. And I didn't want to tear my family apart. I didn't know how to articulate those emotions. I didn't really know how to bring it to the forefront. So I walked around with that secret and just trying to suppress it, as I said, through whether it was education, whether it's through just being quiet and calm and shy and reserved. But that thing really messed up my life on the inside. I was broken. I was lost. I was confused. And it wasn't until about 2012 when I got the courage and the strength to say, you know what, it's time to address this issue. I have to address this issue because it's really a part of me and it's becoming something that has become a stumbling block. You know, I was advancing education-wise, career-wise, but on the inside, like I said, I was broken. Emotionally, I was disconnecting with people. Spiritually, I was, didn't know where to go, but I knew that I needed to be healed, right? So I went on this journey of finding healing and being able to forgive and to be able to address the ugly issue and to be able to talk about it freely. And it wasn't until I sat through counseling. I spent like 4 or 5 years in counseling, just really working through those emotions and really talking about what happened to me and really spending that time uncovering uncovering, because for so many years I suppressed those dreams, I suppressed those emotions, but I didn't have a healthy outlet. So as I grew older and I began to uncover things and began to really think about what happened to me, I began to pick up other vices. So then it was a situation where I began to use my body. I found myself having men in and out of my bed. Then I found myself dibbling, dabbling in drugs. And then I found myself using alcohol to really suppress all of the pain that I was feeling. And one day I had a wake up call. I said, enough is enough. I found myself not feeling whole. I felt myself still carrying around this guilt, this shame. And I had to confront these issues. And when I finally confronted the issues and had those tough conversations, I felt a relief. I felt release. And it has really been a huge part of how I've gotten to this point. I have made a conscious effort, even into this day, continuously working through those emotions, making sure that I'm being truthful about how I feel, making the connections, and really not trying to suppress anything anymore, but really making sure that I'm putting my best foot forward. So for me, this has been the cornerstone of how I got to this point. So I'm excited about how I was able to turn such a tragic event in my life and be able to use this now to help other people move forward. You know, I wasn't always the one that would share and talk. So now being able to freely talk about what happened, it creates this space and this opportunity for me to continue to release and to be able to inspire other people to know that you don't have to stay in those places that you once were, but you can ultimately look to the Lord. That's how I really got to this point. I really looked to the Lord, and I really made sure that I surrendered all of me to Him, and to make sure that at the end of the day, that regardless of who would be mad at me or not, that myself, my worth, my identity was always going to be rooted in Christ. But I had to realize that it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. So I've been on this journey, as I stated, for about 8 years now, and I'm really talking about it and freely sharing the journey. And I'm excited about where the Lord has taken me. As I shared before, the journey continues. As I grow, as I continue to uncover things, it's an opportunity for me to get the healing and growth that I need, but then to be able to go back, reach one and teach one that you truly can get through some of your darkest moments and that you don't have to face them alone. And I think that's the greatest nugget that I want to leave with someone, is that whatever it is that you've gone through, that you don't have to face it alone. And for so long, I thought I was the only one that dealt with these types of issues, but I've come to realize that I wasn't the only one, but I also had a Savior who was there with me every step of the way. Every step of the way. So if you found yourself trying to navigate traumatic experiences, or if you find yourself trying to figure out, well, how do I move to my next, look to the Lord. That's what I had to do. I had to get real, raw, and dirty and say, Lord, I need your help. I can't do this alone. And He created a space for me to be able to not only open up, but get the healing that I need and build a community around me who was there to help me and support me in some of my most lowest moments, and to create that safe space. We oftentimes need a safe space where we can just be ourselves and not allow our titles, not allow education, not allow all of these worldly labels to define us as to where we are. So I'm excited about my growth journey. I'm excited about where the Lord is going to take me next. But I'm really excited about how I've been able to encourage people along this journey. I never realized how many people who have been inspired by my journey, my story, even those that have been closest to me. And I really thought that I was the only one who had truly gone through this. And I've come to realize that even in my circle, I'm not the only one, but the Lord has done some great things, and I'm encouraged. Pray that you are encouraged, and I'm glad that you found this page. And it is my hope and prayer that as you navigate through these video clips, that you will see glimpses of yourself, and that you will be encouraged enough to know that if the Lord can do it for Larisha, the Lord can truly do it for me. And that is my hope and prayer, that you do that, that you find solace, that you find peace and comfort in establishing a relationship with the Lord and really letting him mend your heart. And that was truly a huge part of my journey, is allowing the Lord to mend the broken pieces, to fill those voids. You know, I went from having and needing validation to not having and needing validation from other people, but really looking to the Lord and not using my body for people to notice me, but really just allowing the Lord to just kind of wash me clean of like my own insecurities, my own expectations, and just kind of just riding that wave and letting him do his work so that I can be made whole, and then be able to help other people on a path to walking on their freedom and healing and wholeness journey as well. So I want you to be encouraged. I am so excited about this next chapter of my life, and I pray that, again, as wherever you find yourself in your journey, that you surround yourself with good people, that you surround yourself with people who will allow you to be you and not try to change you. But at the end of the day, that they are there to support you where you are, and that they will ultimately truly keep you covered and keep you protected. And that is my hope and prayer and desire for you, wherever you find yourself on this journey, wherever you find yourself connecting with this page, the I Am Divinely Destined page, or whether you found me on Instagram at Larisha_Warner, whether it was on my Facebook page at I Am Larisha Warner, or whether you found my ministry pages, divinely.destined.ministries. Be encouraged. There's so much inspirational messaging that I'm sharing across these platforms. Or maybe you're a female and you want to build community with other females. I have a sisterhood, Destiny Sisterhood, that is a great place for you also, where you can connect with me and other like-minded people who are really on this path to really being inspired, encouraged enough to know that they're not alone in this journey called life. So until next time, this is a little bit about who I am. As I continue to go through these episodes, you're going to learn even more about me. And let's enjoy this. This is going to be about love, life, and laughter. I'm excited about the next clip. Thank you so much for taking the time out to listen, to learn a little bit more about me. And until next time, take care.